This is the BBC.
You're listening to Tuesday's episode of The Archers from BBC Radio 4.
Phoebe!
Yeah, all right.
Get a move on, you're going to be late.
Well, she's so conscientious about her academic work.
I don't suppose she has to get up this early for lectures.
Yeah, but when it comes to earning a living...
And she is still a teenager. Remember what a struggle it was getting out of bed at her age?
Well, you seeing Lexi today?
No, not today. I've got the morning off, so I'll have to work late this evening. I've told her we'll meet up tomorrow.
Right.
Why?
Just wondered how she's getting on with the book I lent her.
Yeah, right.
Just because you're not a fan of Stephen King. Oh, here comes Sleeping Beauty.
Morning.
Coffee?
Oh, please.
Do you want cereal or toast?
Just coffee.
You've got to eat something.
It's too early. Feels like the middle of the night.
You'll be starving by 9 o'clock.
Give me a break, Dad.
Late night last night, was it?
Can't remember. Yeah, it was a bit.
There's your coffee.
Cheers. I seriously do not feel like spending another day picking strawberries.
Well, you could always take the day off.
Hey, don't tempt her.
Come and join in our protest.
If you want to go travelling, Phoebe...
Yeah, I know.
You've got to earn the money.
Well, I'd better make a move. If you change your mind, you'll find us in Tilbury Street, where the Happy Friends Cafe used to be. See you later.
Yeah, see you, Kirsty.
What's she protesting about?
Something to do with food waste.
Don't waste food! Feed the hungry! Don't waste food!
Help yourselves, it's all free.
Everything you see has been made from food discarded by supermarkets.
Now, sorry, ladies and gents, but you're going to have to move away from the building.
What happened to the cafe?
Oh, Happy Friends is having to move, I'm afraid. It'll be reopening, but out on the bypass.
Why?
This was always a temporary location.
The building's going to be done up and reopened as a fancy French restaurant.
Yeah, the kind of place that charges you a tenner for a so-called amuse-bouche.
That turns out to be a piece of toasted cheese, the size of a postage stamp.
Not a patch on these pakoras.
Oh, really good.
Freshly made this morning.
With lovely fresh vegetables.
Have another one.
Discarded because they're past their best before date.
Now then, ladies, you're going to have to move as well, I'm afraid.
We're not in anybody's way.
You will be shortly.
We're not obstructing the pavement.
But you are obstructing access to this building. And as you very well know, the new owners of the property are going to want to get to that platform so they can announce...
You're looking hungry, Harrison.
So they can announce their new restaurant to the press.
Would you like one of these delicious pakoras?
No, thank you. Not while I'm in uniform.
How about a flapjack? I've got a great big tin of them here.
Now, you be careful, Jill. I know your flapjacks of old, and I don't want to have to charge you with trying to bribe a police officer.
Well, let us know if you change your mind.
Come on, you two. Over the other side there with your mates, if you don't mind. Watch your step. Thank you, girls.
Morning, Roy.
Well, hello. What brings you here?
I want to book a table in the restaurant.
You could have phoned.
Yeah, I could, but I happened to be passing. On my way back from Lower Loxley. Been taking Lily out for driving practice.
Oh, dear.
Well, not as alarming as it was. She's got a test next week, so she's reasonably competent.
Yeah, it's a nightmare, isn't it? Just sitting next to her.
Has its moments. Anyway, I remembered, rather late in the day, that it is exactly 30 years this week since Ruth started work at Brookfield.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and my life was changed forever.
Love at first sight, was it?
Not remotely. No, I thought she was going to be useless. Little slip of a girl, obviously incapable of heaving bags of manure about. And actually, she was pretty useless.
Doesn't sound like Ruth.
Well, that was before she went to college or anything, so she made a lot of really basic mistakes. She contaminated a whole day's milk once. She made a complete hash of a tractor proficiency test.
And despite all that, love blossomed.
Yep. Took a while.
Oh, but it stood the test of time.
Yeah, we're still here. 30 years down the line.
So, when do you want this table for?
Right, well, the actual anniversary is Thursday, but that's the day of Caroline's memorial, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, better make it Friday, say 7:30?
Okay. Friday, 7:30 it is. Although, you do know that Caroline's memorial isn't happening here at Grey Gables?
Yeah, Shula said move to Grange Farm, which is...
risky.
Yeah, I'd have thought. Last time I went over there were pigs in the garden and ferrets underfoot in the house. Not to mention various bits of rusting machinery in the yard. But, according to Shula, Oliver is convinced it's what Caroline would have wanted.
After 2 years in Minneapolis, I moved to New York as sous chef to the legendary Jean-Francois de Baudelaire. At that time, the restaurant was facing huge competition from a rival chef.
Get out of here!
But by the time I left, 18 months
Food
later,
is a
the
human
competition
right,
had been
not a
vanquished,
plaything for
and
pretentious
Baudelaire
chefs.
had
It's
been
no
awarded
good,
a
Kirsty. She
Michelin
can't
star.
hear you. No one can.
Feed the hungry, don't waste food.
I can hear you all right.
And there's no point in our
Meanwhile,
being
as
here
many
if you
of
can't
you
make
know,
ourselves
my
heard.
sister Miriam was building a magnificent reputation.
need to get closer, don't we?
Shall we
for
make
her
a run
restaurant,
for it?
La Femme du Monde.
Could do, couldn't we? There's only Harrison and that
So
other
we are
policeman.
confident.
If
that
we all
with her
push forward
local
at the same time.
reputation
Let's give it a
and
go.
my
All right,
international
everyone.
one,
On
we
my
can
signal,
create
we start the
something
chant and
very
we move
special
forward,
here
okay?
in Borchester with
1,
our new
2,
venture, Le
3.
Cesaret.
Feed the hungry, don't waste food. Feed the hungry, don't waste food.
Now stop it!
Could I point out to those noisy people who are so very keen to disrupt this occasion that my sister Miriam and I...
Feed the hungry, don't waste food.
Now come on, let the poor woman finish her speech at least.
My sister and I were only too glad to allow the Happy Friends Cafe to occupy these premises while the lease was being negotiated. And this is the thanks we get.
Do you even care that there's a food bank not half a mile from here?
As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted,
Now listen, will you
Miriam
please stop
has
shoving?
established with La Femme du Monde that there is a genuine hunger for top-class cuisine.
What do you know about hunger?
That's enough.
There are people round here who can't afford to feed their families.
Come on now, you've made your point.
But she's not listening. Listen to me, you ignorant woman!
You tell her, Jill.
There are 10 million tons.
I said that's a no.
Don't manhandle me, Harrison.
Well, stop elbowing.
10 million tons of perfectly good food.
Oh, that hurt.
Waste every year in the UK.
Can't you do something, officer?
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Oh!
Jill!
I didn't mean to hit
What
her.
was that?
My eye!
But at least I've got her attention.
Somebody call an ambulance!
What did you throw?
It was only a flapjack.
And there's plenty more where that came.
No. Now stop it. Give me that 10.
Oh.
I said give me that 10.
Kirsty, you take it.
No, oh no, don't do that. I don't want anyone else getting worked up. Others could get
Oh,
hurt.
don't be so silly.
I'm warning you.
I'm conducting a perfectly legitimate protest.
And so am I.
Seriously, Jill, if you don't stop it...
Feed the hungry, don't waste
Stop
food.
it!
Feed the hungry, don't waste food.
Go for it, Kirsty. And the rest of you. Plenty more flapjacks in the tin.
Right, that's it. I've had enough. Mrs. Archer, you are under arrest for assault. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned.
Phoebe, you left your phone at home.
Oh, Dad, you're a star.
Yeah, I know you can't live without it.
I can't believe I forgot it.
You were a bit dozy this morning.
I was going to nip home and get it, but we've just been flat out all morning.
Is, Lexi around?
Why?
Just thought I'd say hello.
I don't know where she is. And anyway,
What?
I saw her earlier and, to be honest, Dad, I don't quite know what to do.
Why? What's happened?
I saw her scrubbing away at one of the caravans. I went over to say hi and I realised that there was this really horrible graffiti.
What, on the caravan?
She was trying to get it off, but I could still see what it said, which was, you know, some awful racist stuff.
Oh, no.
I reckon it must have been the same lads who were up here last month.
What, while everyone was at work?
I suppose so. I said to Lexi, you've got to report this to the police.
Absolutely.
Or at least tell Adam. But she refused. So I said I would. But she wouldn't have it. She begged me to keep quiet about it. So I said okay, but I've been feeling really uneasy about it all morning.
You should tell Adam.
Probably.
No, definitely, Phoebes. This kind of thing has got to be nipped in the bud, and I do know what I'm talking about.
I know, Dad.
From bitter experience.
But it's not like when you were young.
Yes, it is. It's exactly like that.
It's just a bit of graffiti. I feel I ought to respect Lexi's wishes.
No. things like this can escalate all too easily. And if you won't tell Adam, then I will.
But if you're letting me off...
With a caution.
Why do you need my fingerprints and photographs?
Because that's...
And my DNA, for heaven's sake.
Because that's what a caution means. You've admitted to committing a criminal offence.
Wasn't really criminal, was it?
Common assault, Jill. But, as the sergeant said, we've taken into consideration the fact that you have no history of convictions.
Of course I don't.
Or previous cautions, but this will remain on your file, and it can be cited in court should you commit another offence.
I don't think that's very likely.
No, well, neither was this. Now, come on, let's get this over with.
Kirsty, what the hell's going on?
Oh, it's okay, it's okay. It's all been sorted. Everything's fine, but I thought I'd better call you.
Where's Mum?
She's just having her fingerprints taken.
What?
But then she'll be released.
What? So she's been cautioned?
Yeah, with common assault.
Assault? Mum?
She threw a flapjack.
What?
Oh, look out, here comes the source of the trouble.
Incident completely ruined what was supposed to be a celebration.
No, I understand. Still no damage done, though.
Harrison?
Ah, David.
Half an inch higher and that missile could have had my eye out.
No, I understand. Your mum's just washing her hands now. She'll be out in a minute. Your taxi's waiting, Miss Duxford.
Yes.
If you'd like to come this way.
Who's that?
Lulu Duxford. Jill hit her in the face with this piece of flapjack.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, it was an accident, but the stupid woman screamed blue murder and insisted on someone calling an ambulance. Oh, here she comes.
David, what on earth are you doing here?
What am I doing here?
I called him, Jill, to come and fetch you. You look so exhausted.
All I needed was a sit down and a cup of tea.
Mum, how on earth have you managed... What were you doing throwing flapjacks?
I was provoked.
I thought this was a protest against food waste.
It was.
Oh, dear. That's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? It was just the first thing that came to hand.
Oh, you're 86 years old, for heaven's sake.
What's that got to do with anything?
All that time you managed to live a perfectly blameless life. And now you go and get yourself a criminal record.
This is the BBC.
For the latest Archers news, features and insights, go to our blog at bbc.co.uk/Archers.